Well, from the sound of that, it looks like the same old battle lines are in place in Washington. So, what does it mean for all of us caught in the middle of the madness? Our financial experts, Gene Marks and Elliot Miller, are here tonight. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Hey, Joyce.
Thanks, Joyce.
Well, first of all, before we get to the next round, is there still more pain to come from the federal government shutdown and the debt ceiling showdown? Gene, you take small business first.
Joyce, I'm really not seeing that coming up. I mean, the entire shutdown debate, all the government spending debate that was going on, the shutdown of the government, that's kind of behind it. Most of my clients, they paid attention to it in the news, but I didn't see it really affect their businesses. Even the people that do business with the federal government that were affected on the small business side, they're back to business now. So they're going to be getting their payments. They'll be moving on. So no, I don't think you're going to be seeing any short-term effects going forward.
Yeah, and in terms of consumers, the estimate is that all the shenanigans so far took about 0.7% out of GDP for the fourth quarter. When you have a slow-growing economy like 2% like we have now, that's a lot. In terms of investors, I've been a little surprised. They just kind of shrugged their shoulders going through this, and now on Friday we made another new high in the Dow and the S&P 500. So that's been a big surprise.
So, what about those sequester cuts?
Yeah, the next sequester cuts will involve more defense spending. So it seems as though there might be room to compromise on that, because I know the Republicans don't want that. Defense companies typically do employ a lot of people, so there might be room to move there.
Yeah, and I do agree with Elliot, on that. Although I do sense from most of my clients that are small business owners, I mean, people are looking for the government to get some control over their spending. So those sequester cuts look like they're going to stay in place for a while. Whether they're all going to come out of the defense industry or not, that remains to be seen. So if you're in the defense industry, though, you should be paying close attention to what's going on in Washington now.
So what's it going to mean for retailers? We're going into the big shopping season. I mean, are people going to be hiring? Are people going to be buying anything?
Yeah, Joyce, let me jump in here now. I mean, Amazon, for example, they've announced plans to hire about 75,000 employees over the holiday season. The same thing with Macy's as well. I mean, most economists are looking at the holiday season as moderate growth. Most businesses that I talk to that are heading into the holidays are expecting it to be like a pretty decent holiday season. Again, shutdown, no shutdown, all the debate going on in Washington, I'm not seeing it affect any kind of holiday sales for my clients.
Well, I think the one thing about this is that if it does hurt confidence, I think what you're going to see is the small ticket items will go on. Companies like Target, Walmart, Amazon should do okay. Look for electronic sales early. I mean, that's where you're going to see whether this really had an impact. Bigger ticket items.
So either of you guys believe that they're really going to work together in Washington this time?
Oh, I just have to say this. I mean, my take on all this, Joyce, is that the Republicans are all about pushing these issues as far deep into 2014 as possible to let the voters decide in the midterm elections. You may agree or disagree with their tactics, but I think that's what they're all about.
I can't agree. I think their popularity has gone to such a low rate on the Republican side. I think they have to work together. The debt ceiling is really a big deal. You can't decide whether you're going to pay Social Security or the debt. It's just that will be a big deal if they go there again.
All righty. We'll see what happens. Gene Marks, Elliot Miller, thank you so much for coming in. Good to see you guys always.
Thanks, Joyce.
All right. Well,